before he steps away and the coach transition takes place. And you're hoping they're finally getting some stability. I think the only thing that's still a question mark is, will Golden return as an in-game leader at some point once he's able to deal with his illness and get that situated? Is Zelstis going to be a long-term play for the lineup? So those questions still have to be answered. But at the very least, I think Keogh's pretty well solidified on the team at this point. Seems like Flush is bought in. So again, as long as they avoid the whole homesickness thing we've already kind of talked about, it seems like they're finally starting to find at least some sense of stability.
The concern too is, like, you're bringing in a coach and you're putting him into this atmosphere. And yeah, we saw him yesterday. Like, I'm like, oh, he's backstage with them, but he's not really there. He's sitting in the corner just kind of watching right now.
It's like a job shadow, you know?
Yeah.
It's like maybe career day at your local high school.
But the concern is, you know, the dynamic between an in-game leader and a coach is very important.
Yeah.
So how do things change if Golden does come back as the in-game leader, or if he comes back as an in-game leader at all? Maybe he just comes back as a player. How does that affect things?
Oh, I think if you look at someone like Rambo, I think first and foremost you have to have respect, for what he was able to accomplish in other games of Counter-Strike and how much that knowledge is going to translate. I think that's kind of a fascinating thing that you as a player, you just kind of look at it, and even if you don't necessarily agree with everything, you give him enough respect to be able to get his ideas out there. Two, I think he's going to be a phenomenal and probably one of the best coaches in terms of mentality that we have, and Rambo's going to be very good at coming in and bringing those ideas in and kind of instilling that sort of idea and discipline into this team. He knows what it takes to be a champion multiple times, so I just think he's one of those players that's going to command universal respect just by being in the room.
Yep. We've spent a decent time talking about Cloud9, sure. But let's take a look at Fnatic here. The roster: Crims, JW, Exist, Twist, and Brolin. Was that win yesterday that Cloud9 had over Fnatic, was that a fluke, or is this just Fnatic playing the way they've been playing?
Because I think Moses already kind of hit on this earlier, that they just didn't look themselves yesterday.
Ah, velho, ele tem escritórios, velho. Ele tem escritórios, velho.
Throughout IM Chicago, throughout their entire time with Godsent and Red Reserve, you would expect them to come slugging away, and they didn't yesterday, but they did that next game, right? That got them here, and I think that's what's important. And yeah, I mean, we're talking about all the chaos that Cloud9's gone through, so has Fnatic. I mean, the only two long-standing members on this team were the two on the left, JW and Crims. Exist was a pretty recent addition, and obviously they just picked up Twist and Brolin a few months ago and have only played 2 events before coming here. Granted, those events were impressive, particularly the Chicago result, beating Liquid in the best of 3, taking a map off of Astralis. Yeah, they almost won that whole best of 3 and made the finals very, very tight. So yeah, they definitely have some weapons, like Crims is a machine, Twist and Brolin seem to be embracing this team nicely, so they definitely are that team that when you look at them, you're like, maybe this could finally make Sweden relevant again in top CS.
Would be nice. So we kind of close the show by saying, if you're a Fnatic fan, you should be worried by that kind of performance against Complexity. That's a team I expect Fnatic to be putting away with a little bit more ease. And even that's the weird thing about this team, is I really like watching them play, and I really want them to be good. And something isn't clicking as well as they'd like it just yet. You still see improvements. It's just not coming as fast, and I think they're going to be okay with that as well. I mean, I think everyone's kind of eye on the prize is the major at the moment, so no one's going to be too worried if they're coming out with a slow year. You still got a few weeks to kind of get that figured out. But with Fnatic, I mean, you want to see JW come back. You're seeing this resurgence from Crims that's been going on for a year now. You've seen it out of Flush and Cloud9, and for me, I'm like, when's JW's going to happen? Because he's one of the most exciting and fun players to watch, and he could be so impactful with the decisions that he likes to make. So if he comes into play, then this Fnatic team is going to be super deadly.
The great thing about everything that's happened with Fnatic is they're actually treating these roster additions of Brolin and Twist in the correct way, in my opinion. Like, they're letting Brolin keep those spots he was comfortable playing on Red Reserve. They're letting him, flex his rifle, be like, they're giving him the reins of the team, basically, like, be our star, like, be that guy. And then, Twist has obviously had to take a slight backseat because he's not opping full-time because JW is, but he still gets to op a fair amount, and he is a hybrid enough player to be able to still have impact with rifles. And then JW can just be your X factor. When he is on and he's teeing off, he can just help you push over the edge, kind of where Crims and Twist and Brolin are putting you.
I mean, looking at JW, like, during the era of the CZ, he was considered one of the most dominant operators. No one has really said that in a long time about JW.
He's a very up and down player. I think that's the frustrating part of it.
Rolling back the years, but like he's one of those operators that just got hit so hard by the op nerf, like way back, like that's it's even hard to even think that far back. But yeah, I mean that kind of op nerf wrecked him a little bit. But still very exciting. We've seen at different points it just hasn't lasted as long as it used to. But he's still a very dangerous player, very knowledgeable and smart player. Pick bands coming up here. We'll get to see exactly where the battle takes place, and it is
Mirage. A map that NA loves. Although, again,
I think everyone
sort
loves
of
it at this point. I think it's really hard to not like Mirage just because it's standard now. Like it's easy. Everyone knows the mid smokes. Everyone knows the setups.
Here's the scary thing about it going on to Mirage. This is Fnatic's best map by far in what we've seen them play in. They're 5-1 in Mirage. This includes victories over Astralis and Team Liquid at Chicago. So I think that this map is way more in Fnatic's wheelhouse than the map we saw them play against Cloud9 yesterday.
Here's the thing, about the whole dynamic of having one of your former players on the opposite side. This has always been a good map for Fnatic going way back when. Does he have something in his back pocket just from knowing what they're going to do, or have things changed enough that maybe it's outdated information?
No, I mean, Fnatic doesn't strike me as the team that would have too many things that you could directly anti-strat to begin with, and then on top of that, I don't think Flusha is the kind of guy to be sitting there and doing the X's and O's on the whiteboard to be able to anti-strat, especially when you're such a new team as well. You're focusing on yourself. You're focusing on your own teammates, and you're not thinking about what your opponents are doing. You're not going to try and gamble. I think the big worry that I have for this map with Cloud9 is we saw them play Astralis on it yesterday. That T side they couldn't get anything going. CT side started out sluggish. They had a very nice comeback, but their T side, when they got over, they got battered on every single gun round. They were just shut down. Like, it didn't even look like there was a chance they were going to get around in that second half. So that's got to be a worrying sign. Obviously, Fnatic's going to be a little bit of an easier opponent than Astralis, but still, T side is shaky, very shaky.
The scary thing is just how explosive Fnatic is on this map. I mean, again, Brolin gets to play a position like out middle where he's very comfortable with the rifle, very comfortable being aggressive. Twist can still be impactful even if he's not going to be the primary opper. This is one of the teams, when I've watched them in like the Fnatic demos, they actually seem the most well composed on Mirage. Like, it's the map they seem most comfortable with. We always kind of know that Exist-led teams are probably going to be a little bit looser, a little bit more scrimmy, not really like complex strategy going on. But on this map, they do have a pretty good routine. They are pretty well coordinated. Again, they do like to play faster paced, simple CS, but at least they're always on the same page and the coordination is there. And again, if you have Brolin and Twist popping off and they're playing that up-tempo style of Counter-Strike, that's very dangerous to deal with if you're Cloud9, especially considering the fact that Fnatic's also going to be aggressive on that CT side, and they can do the double op with Twist and JW, and we already talked about how Cloud9 struggled on their T side yesterday. So this is going to be a big test against those players.
So knowing the map and knowing what we know, Jason, prediction, what do you think is going to happen?
I think we're going to see Fnatic really test that B bomb site when Cloud9's on defense against where Zelsis plays, and that's what Astralis and Magus tried to really do early on in their game. So I think we'll see a repeat of that, but I'm still taking Cloud9 to win this. I'm still taking Cloud9, Rush, Automatic, those guys going to step it up big time.
You know, I think because we're on home soil and because Cloud9 did have their individual step up yesterday in a big, big way, I was so impressed with how Rush played yesterday in particular. I will go ahead and take Cloud9 to take this game.
Convert to the new religion.
Yeah, welcome. You know, I'm actually going to go with Cloud9 as well. I think that Cloud9 can take this, especially if the crowd is by their side. You know, yesterday the crowd was really feeling it. Yeah, you can see it. Come on, louder than that. Let's go. Cloud9's about to play. I think that, you know, maybe Cloud9 can take it if the crowd gets behind it, but I believe the Blues upstairs are ready to jump into the action. We've got the casters standing by. Take it away.
Let's go drink that Kool-Aid.
Oh,
whoa!
Hey, how you doing?
How you guys doing?
Hey, ladies and gents, welcome to iBUYPOWER Masters. I'm Topical, aka Dallas now, and then we've got Evan Emote over here.
Hey, man.
Yeah, how you doing?
I'm doing well.
People are still filtering in. It's still early in the morning. It's
yeah, it is.
10
it is.
Change, but all the viewers out at home, I think I saw it at like 14,000 coming up fast.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be a nice little tournament we got going now. We're finishing up Group A, and it's going to be Cloud9 versus Fnatic, a rematch of earlier yesterday where Fnatic lost to Cloud9.
Like, when it comes to my little spreadsheet of the map preferences of both these teams, yesterday when it was on Overpass, that was like the neutral point. Both teams just neither ban or pick Overpass, and it ended up just coming down to that neutral zone. Now what it is today, it's going to be Mirage, which is both teams one of their favorite maps. So we actually have a really nice competitive scene set up.
Definitely. I think going on to Mirage, though, it's going to favor Fnatic a little bit more. I think Overpass, you know, Fnatic looked a little bit lackluster on it just because Overpass is that kind of a map, you know. It's really a hit-or-miss map. I feel like a lot of teams, you know, do tend to struggle a little bit more with Overpass. All teams, I think, have to spend a little bit more time preparing for Overpass. Going onto a map like Mirage, well, who doesn't know how to play Mirage? If you don't know how to play Mirage, you're probably not playing CSGO.
It's essentially the new Dust 2. When Dust 2 was removed from the map pool, Mirage really became the backbone of a lot of these teams' map pools.
Exactly. So, I mean, as we go into this map, I'm going to look for Fnatic to come out strong, come out hard. Cloud9, hopefully, they're going to bring it for a second matchup against them. I'm definitely excited to see that.
Yeah, it'll be a good one. And hopefully we're not as robotic as we were yesterday. So everybody can, if we're doing just fine, just hit us up on Twitter.
Yeah, please.
Evan is your @_Evan what is it, Evan _emode?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's only been a couple years I've been catching with you at this point.
Yeah. You've only known me for a few years now.
I'm topical _TV. So yes, Cloud9 versus FNATIC on Mirage. Yesterday we saw JW was popping off on the AWP, really saving grace when it came to train against Complexity yesterday. It got a little bit nail-bitey there towards the end. JW saved the day, Brolin saved the day, a lot of individual effort from FNATIC. And now it sounds like the fans out there as well. We'll decide whether those are Cloud9 fans or FNATIC fans shortly when things start to get into the mix of things.
And here we go with the pistol round now. It does look like FNATIC will be heading towards lower B to begin this A split. They have one player towards Halls, two coming up the A ramp. That jungle smoke now landing, and we're going to see the burst towards lower B.
Well, it's going to be relatively quick. Already through A main, and a sneaky player. Brolin actually got down towards Firebox, but he is quickly extinguished back there.
Recuperamos a medianoche, así que imagino que hoy.
Lackluster, but that kill is going to be massive as well. Kiyoshima pairing up with the catwalk player as well to draw the attention, leaves it into a 4-on-2, and they still have, putting themselves in really a surround situation. JW has players to front and rear as the CTs rotate off the B site and commit with a two-man advantage. The bomb has to actually be recovered from the A main position. That's virtually no man's land as far as they're concerned. They have to cross the connector side of things as well as the ticket booth side of things. This is looking difficult for FNATIC.
All right, left on Exist, and he's going to fall too, but I'd like to point out in that round there, Dallas, Keo with some great awareness there. The smoke comes towards top jungle, the smoke comes towards the top connector as well.
10 minutos a instalar o CS. Boa, boa. Então em 10 minutos, boa.
Site hasn't actually been taken yet as Automatic gets that first pick. He turns towards the connector, realizing that hey,
aguardo.
You end up getting the window boost, but they lose a member as Keo does take him down as he's coming up towards the connector. So great awareness out of him, and Cloud9's going to find the first round of the match.
Yeah, they even had Brolan over in Firebox region. So, I mean, that was a really strong spot to start the round off of FNATIC. Here's Keo. He's got a lot of players very soft in front of him. With the UMP, he'll take two. It looks like Krim stole that first one away, or that second one away from him, so he doesn't get all the money in the world. Only one casualty of war for Cloud9. No big deal. Losing an SMG, that will just sweep that one under the rug and start off with a 2-0. But here comes the rifles for FNATIC.
Yeah, it's going to be. It was a great round out of Cloud9. Great little aggression from Keo, realizing that they would be on the full save. Why not move towards middle? That HE softening them up essentially. Keo getting two, Flush ends up getting two of his own. Cloud9, very clean round there.
Yeah, Krim starting off with the -1, so he's giving Cloud9 a head start before he starts putting numbers up himself.
A little massage coming in for the young gun right here is Coach Valens now getting his player in the zone, getting his player prepped.
Celsius, the stand-in for the team. He's on trial with the team, but he's showing that. I mean, everybody's saying, "Well, he's doing okay. He's not doing great, but he's not doing poorly. He's doing just enough."
He's fitting in.
He's doing well.
He's fitting in,
and he's coming from the MDL side of things with Soul Patrol.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's that team ended up kind of breaking apart with Freakazoid going out and Zelsis falling out of that. And
well, first starting with Cooper and then Freak, and then
so
it kind of all just snowballed.
I mean, that whole core of Swole Patrol is now starting to get farmed out to all these pro teams.
And it's funny because they just went up to the Pro League. And well, I mean, for Zelsis, though, you got to be happy for him, right? Cloud9's doing some great things. You know, even with Refresh coming in during the Blast series, I like the fact that they're rotating in some talent, trying to see, you know, who fits best rather than committing to a player right off the bat. And it's obviously doing well for them so far here.
Yeah, these are the proving grounds for Zelsis. Yesterday we saw him in a multitude of more 2v2s than 1vx situations. He came out probably batting 500 there, so it wasn't too bad. And like we said, he's carrying at least his share of the responsibilities for Cloud9. But here we go. This is where the rubber meets the road. Gonna have to try that one again.
I don't think he's got his jump bind bound.
We'll figure it out now.
Oh, man. He was looking to smoke aggressively upper B.
Right. Well, that's going to at least put a little bit of hitch in the step for Cloud9, so they'll have to mix things up towards the B side a little bit. Their A site defense is slightly advanced. It looks like Sandwich or Tetris side of things, and then underneath Palace. Yes, underneath Palace. So these Molotovs come out. That'll delay things for FNATIC, but they're really sitting on a really hamstrung side of things. Without bomb plants, they've got a handful of smokes to execute.
Wszystko na jedną kartę, aby nie był to wynik 4-0.
Playing a passive window, realizing that the boost was incoming shortly. He's able to just take a little bit of a fight, fall off there. Now FNATIC with full mid control as they move towards Catwalk, as well as into connector.
Yeah, they own this mid. What can they do with it, though? They've used a multitude of smokes just to get here. They have one left with one flashbang. That's it. And it does look like they're just looking for a pick. That will sway the tide, whether they go one way or the other. That's some harassing fire against Zelsis. It took him a second to figure out where he's coming from. It's an atypical spot from the top of the boxes. Yeah,
Zelsis just peeking his body out just a tad too far. Exist able to see that from the catwalk boost, able to pick up the first kill of the round here. We are going to see the man advantage now in Fnatic's favor as they move back towards that A bomb site, leaving Brawlin to lurk in that catwalk room.
Yeah, they start to surround. And here's the problem, I'd say, automatically. UMP and Exist either saw a shoelace in there or not, it doesn't seem to matter. They will absolutely wipe out that A site. And I believe it's going to be a quick save call. Or Flusha is able to get one kill and then is immediately traded out. So there's not much to offer up now. And there's not even much to save at this point. But 2 M4s would have been fine looking into the next round. But having a single one now, it looks like he'll just commit himself to the greater good. If he can.
Keo might not even be able to save this. He's been spotted. They realize that he's at least towards the get right area. We are seeing the Fnatic players now moving up catwalk, and there it is. Twist with a nice shot onto Keo. And Fnatic's got their first on the round, Dallas. Or first on the board.
And that was an important one, too. So that was the rifle round, and they got that done with very little utility. Yeah. They really relied on using the utility just to put themselves into a fulcrum point in the center of the map, take mid control. They really relied on using the utility just to put themselves into a fulcrum point in the center of the map, take mid control. There may have been some odds on the field at that round for Cloud9, so they might have been able to reach out and touch him, but they didn't. So Fnatic were able to just kind of weasel their way into a position on the map to get and play for picks.
Shout out to Exist for 2 great kills in that round as well. Ooh, a little bit of a flub flashbang there. Say that 10 times fast.
Oh, he's got a nice little one-way right here, and JW's trying to fire for this one. A smoke will come in and put that one to the side. So they skirmish a bit. The utility is going to be favoring Fnatic right now, and they look to set their sights on this B site. Nice flashbang in. Zelsis has to turn away for just a second. Already snuck their way around. Flusha saves the day with a deagle there, but it seems to be a little bit too late. They've secured the site, and a retake right now for Cloud9 would be very, very difficult. Keo's at least knocked out there towards the mid-window side of things, and it might be another save call, but they are pretty in tight right now against Fnatic. There's almost nowhere to run.
All right, Rush picking up JW there, and now he's going to look for that save, or is he going to go for it?
He's got no kit. I think that's the real deciding factor.
Yeah, there you go. It looked like after attempting that catwalk jump, he was trying to think about going for it, maybe get one more kill, but missing that jump and no kit in hand, he's going to run and save. But there in that round, you saw Zelsis towards that B bomb site. He was essentially by himself on it. He wasn't really spotting the B bomb site. He got caught moving as Fnatic was coming out. He doesn't actually realize that a player had jumped out window. Zelsis is completely unaware, gets caught off guard, and that's essentially the B bomb site gone in a matter of seconds.
Yep, so a quick 2-2. Scores are evened up, but right now Cloud9's money is starting to wear down very, very early. So if Fnatic can get these rounds up quickly on their T side, they can take control moving into the second half. But that's still a long, long ways away. Yeah. And there's just going to be sporting AKs here. We saw a lot of the, we see a lot of the AUG always, but we actually saw a lot of the Krieg yesterday.
Definitely Complexity had no problem bringing that into their T side, but right now we are going to see Cloud9 on a full eco. We're going to have Rush with that AUG in hand and a nice nade to start the round off as Exist down to 57 HP and Rush, well, that AUG is going to fall.
Did it land on top of the box? No, okay, no. Celsius is able to reach up and get it, but maybe
it's gone.
Yeah, his greedy fingers reach too far. He gets caught and will fall, and now that AUG is most certainly irrecoverable. Bro overwhelmed that, but Flush gives him a quick double dink. That AK was picked up, and a round was not chambered in time. So the last 2 players are quickly to fall. Looks like JW spotted Yoshima back there, gave the information over to Crims, and Crims, I believe, has now hit the positive side of the kill ratio rather than starting at negative.
And built up quite a bit of cash there, just under 10Ks, Crims, and the rest of Fnatic following suit as they've got themselves at least another buy round under their belt if they do fall, a couple if they get the bomb down. But looking at Cloud9, they really have no economy going into this buy here.
That crowd's going nuts for Cloud9 right now.
I'm loving it.
I was wondering, I was like, are they going to be Fnatic or are they going to be Cloud9 fans? But it seems like they're most certainly Cloud9 favorite at this point.
So 4 AUGs on the field for Cloud9. No Molotovs, actually, so the smoke grenades are good. They're going to be able to delay early on, but as time winds down and the execute comes into the site, well, how are they going to stop this?
Ooh. Oh, man, it's an aggressive play. Rush is overwhelmed quickly. Now, what happens to this A site? It seems like if Cloud9 were to fight this immediately, they'd be offering themselves up to 1v1s at best. But they lose a 1-for-1 trade there. Still a man advantage for Fnatic's side. And they back off of this. They get cold feet towards this A site.
Yeah, this is great. JW's lurk killing. Now he's quickly responding by going towards B. He's going to pressure by himself into that bomb site, realizing that, hey, Cloud9 probably have rotated out. He catches Zelsis towards that window, realizes that something's going on there. As his teammates roll in with the bomb, well, JW's positioned to hold this until Zelsis quickly takes him out of the game.
Fnatic had an edge going any way they wanted to, but now that seems to be blunted at this point. Cloud9 were able to gather what ground Fnatic have given. This fight's going to be massive. It is traded out, but it still evens things back up for Cloud9. The bomb will be planted with plenty of time on the clock, but can Fnatic get themselves into some atypical spots? Up in the apartments, automatic swapped out. It's Kiyoshima versus Exist. Exist looking for a 3K on the round. He makes eye contact and wins the fight. Fnatic continue their rampage on, I believe now 4 rounds in a row.
Yeah, Exist is off to a fire start right now. I mean, starting with that first gun round where we saw him pretty much put the round on his back, and then right here following up with JW's great little lurk pick towards the middle. It will be Fnatic to pick up yet another round, send Cloud9 onto another eco here. We will see a 3-round spread most likely incoming.
Yeah, you talked about it. Exist is on fire. He's 8 kills in 6 rounds right now, so he's up there. He's putting a hurt on Cloud9, and it should just be more of the same. Cloud9 are just soft targets waltzing around. Automatic. Gonna try and come up from behind. He's got players above him. They check. But now half of his magazine's been depleted, and even more so. And it's going to take him a hot minute to reload this one. He looks for some support from Zelsis. He's now got a fresh magazine, but the aim punch is too much. That was the best opportunity they had early. There are Deagles that can reach out and touch you. But right now, Fnatic are still healthy on the board.
Ooh, that flash. Flush is losing the positioning there. He gets shot out at. Now, still picking up the kill, though. Great shot by Flusher. Brawlin, though, does trade it out. A 2-on-4 will ensue here with the final 2 members of Cloud9 towards that A bomb site.
Yeah, and that was bombed down, but there was nobody left from Cloud9 in the neighborhood to be able to continue that pressure and keep that up. They're going to hand him a rifle. That's actually big. If he could keep it, or if he could even do damage to it, the rest of Fnatic's team.
Yeah.
So that they now get 5 rounds in a row. A couple of those have been ecos, but at what point does Cloud9 wake up? They're into the max loss bonus at this point.
Yeah, it's really the point in the match here where I'd say if I'm Cloud9, let's use our first pause, right? Let's start talking to each other. Let's start figuring it out. How are you going to roll back into this one? But as freeze time does come undone here, it does look like Cloud9. Double op setup is what they're going to roll out with. Zelsis most likely going to be opping towards that B, upper B, and automatic towards that ticket booth area. And no, actually, he's going to take it towards jungle.
I like this. No smokes, just Molotovs. But Cloud9 with the open fields of view take 3 for the price of 1. Only rush to fall. And you've got players that are pinned in at Tetris. More mollies come out. They do get 1 done. That with the 7.62 of the AK, and there's a chance for Fnatic, especially if they can reset themselves right now. If they can get off this Tetris position, force Cloud9 to just settle back out to their defensive of A and B.
The only issue that I'm seeing for Fnatic right now is that they have no smoke grenades. Yeah, they have a Molotov. They can push automatic out by that ticket booth. Automatic even giving away his position now. He has to go full passive. We'll probably see that Molotov come in to burn him out. That's exactly what's going to happen as the wide swing comes towards Catwalk. Flusha picks up 1. Automatic, that Molotov just barely missing him.
The bomb needs to be recovered right now. And Crims, yes, the timing is about right if the flank were to come.
But where do they go from here, right? Even if Crims gets into the site, Dallas, he's got no smoke. There's 2 angles he's got to be wary of. It's going to be very hard pressed to win this.
Takes that first fight towards jungle.
There it is.
It's a lot of this bait and switch that works out. All draws attention, you pull the trigger. It was an expensive round for Cloud9, but they are back into the swing of things. Just hoping now that this next round is healthy, because obviously Fnatic winning 5 in a row, they have enough bang for their buck to be able to lay back a round or 2.
The worst case scenario right now for Cloud9 is to fall in this round here. As we move towards the middle point in this half, if Cloud9 doesn't pick up this round, well, we're going to see them go on to yet another double save, as they probably are eco reset. And that's where Fnatic can actually start running away with this.
Flash in the mid, keeps Fnatic down, and automatic will use that smoke to actually advance with the AWP. He does have support from Kiyoshima right behind him, and then catwalk support as well from Flusha. So mid control right now is being contested by Cloud9, and then shifted off, only temporarily. And Fnatic will probably use some utility themselves to get back in towards mid.
Another smoke towards the halls now. that will keep him at bay. Rush now positioned towards this under balcony area, just playing that anchor in the A bomb site. We have Automatic yet again opting towards that CT spawn area. And look at JW, who's made his way just on the edge of balcony as middle has been taken by Fnatic.
Toss did some damage. It wasn't enough, though, to make the FAMAS a little bit more important, or even the AUG. I don't think it can one-tap you if you're at range at 95. Ooh. FAMAS is down and out.
That's huge.
So the anchor right now, that being Zelsis over towards the B site, might start to flirt with the idea of getting a little closer towards A to help out.
Brawling going down there really helps Cloud9's situation. The lurk towards the cat room now has been eliminated. They only need to worry about the site. Rush is by himself now. He's about to catch an HE as well. Ooh, this is going to be a rough hold for him.
Well, here comes the execution. How long can he hang out underneath there and just be a nuisance to them? It's instantaneous. Twist will take him down. A 2-on-4 right now, and Cloud9's money is so weak. One kill there for Kiyoshima, but the shoulder for Twist was poking out, and Kiyoshima didn't notice him.
Yeah.
So that's an eco reset for Cloud9. A disaster is setting up for them right now.
Yeah, that was the worst case scenario for Cloud9, not even being able to save a gun. We're going to see all 5 members now onto that full eco. Fnatic doing a great job towards the middle. They're getting Brawl in towards that cat room. We're seeing the mid take happening round after round. Cloud9 really need to fight back against this. Oh, they're going to go for the force buy.
The money's going to eventually come.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. They're on that double save tip.
Right. Well, I guess the saving grace for them is they have armor, and Brolan is bought accordingly as if it were going to be an eco round. So MAC-10 might not be that useful unless you can find the heads of Cloud9 to pop. Fnatic are doing their due diligence and dropping smokes and making sure that everything is as safe as possible. And I like also that they're not really splitting their forces. There's a buddy system going on right now, so don't hand over rifles willy-nilly.
Automatic's actually aggressed his way towards the end of halls here, so he's going to be able to make the call that nobody's towards that A bomb site. We might even see the B players start to shift over, but Crim's now looking to contest towards that B tunnels, and he's going to find the first kill onto Zelsis as he keeps peering on into that B bomb site.
That was nice and reactionary too. He wasn't. There was a pop flash that came his way, and Crims is just doing so much up here to keep Cloud9 respectful of the fact that, you know, they know it's B. But here's a problem. Oh, man, Fletcher, he's looking for the next. He was just left and right. The last Eagle on the field will be laid low. And now the rotations are going to get caught in shifting. So Rush goes down 2, and it leaves Automatic left. Wise move. Crims was so good up there in the apartments.
Yeah.
Takes the first 2 on the
honestly,
site.
I'm going to point out JW's lurking right now. He's doing a great job across the map wherever he's positioned of playing that passive, getting his timing down, and he's finding success on almost every single one of those opportunities he's presented.
Now this is looking out of control at this point right now. Fnatic just seem to be able to disarm Cloud9 on every front, whether there's rifles, pistols, force buys, it doesn't matter. Fnatic are playing correctly. They're buying appropriately. Brolan keeps that MAC-10 into this round now, knowing that that was a force buy, and they can sit pretty, make an opportunity to make more money and put less on the line. A little bit of a stack up for Cloud9 towards the A site. Some support in windows as far as it goes towards B. So as Twist starts to peek towards the B site, he might get the semblance that, hey, you know what, nothing's over here.
Yeah, we are seeing the lurk towards the B start pressuring ever so slightly now, peering on into that site. The majority of the Cloud9 members just stacked within that A bomb site here. It does look like Fnatic have made the right call, moving off towards the B.
Yeah, it's a matter of time. I mean, Twist is up there with an AWP in the apartments, but he hasn't heard anything. He's dead silent, spray through the smoke. I mean, you're tracking back those USPs. I mean, you're like caught one in the chest. You know, that felt like it came from this direction. So they find out now that the B site was abandoned, and it'll be a bomb plant. And Cloud9 have nothing to lose. So look for them to just look for exit frags. Steal a gun if they can. Brolan will probably offer up a MAC-10, but Cloud9 wouldn't even be taking that into the next round anyway.
Not really an opportunity here for Cloud9 to pick up much, as Fnatic's staying really tight here, even towards that CT spawn area. Automatic does pick up Brolan, like you were saying. That MAC-10 does fall, but it's quickly traded out. The rest of Fnatic jumping in, and it will be their 8th round on the board here as Cloud9. They need to get it going, Dallas. They need to get it started here.
It's almost like it's too easy, it looks like, for Fnatic every time. I mean, it's almost rinse repeat every round, it looks like. Cloud9 need to shift something desperately. They have had some aggression in mid, and that was okay, but they really didn't find wild success on that. This is it's not 8 rounds in a row. There was that 2 in a row for Cloud9, and then they got eco reset with 1 round after like max loss bonus. So that's as painful as it got. But Cloud9 is back onto the board. Automatic with the glass cannon on the AWP. Desperately needs a kill. There's a big gap in this smoke right now, and both players were looking to flirt on that idea of getting the first kill.
Rush actually taking quite a bit of damage now. That's going to keep him passive towards that under balcony area as we're seeing the lurk now once again towards B out of Fnatic.
Love the smoke. Zelsis hasn't really been challenged too much. He's in fact been picked off almost without a fight most of the time. I recall that boost up on top of the box on Cat, which caught him at that platform that he is so staring at now. He is getting some support by Automatic as well, whose off is at that B site. And Fnatic are just continually playing pick. They've spread themselves wide. They've got presence up in the palace. They've got presence in the apartments. They're making sure that Cloud9 don't push to the top of mid. They're just playing with the clock right now, letting Cloud9 make as many mistakes as possible.
Yeah, as we move past the 45-second mark on the round, we do see Fnatic now moving towards middle once again. They've taken control, and it's going to be Crims to start it off with that pick onto Kia.
Wow. Flusha boosted up on top of the boxes, catches JW. So the lurk is out, a nice flashbang. Now the utility for Cloud9 is pretty much exhausted at this point. So retakes need to just not be on the menu. Cloud9 needs to stop them before they get to the site, but they're not even really in position, and that would have been a massive kill. But now Rush is in an awesome spot. He's got the first, and he doesn't need to show himself. They've got the clock working for Cloud9. Just delay, delay, delay. The bomb is making its way towards the default position, and it will be safely planted. A 2-on-2 situation soon falls. Zelsis, the stand-in, making a hero of himself. It's a 1v1 against Exist. The big fragger! And Zelsis lays him down. He'll recover the op out of that, too. A painful round for Cloud9, but they just need to put marks up on the board.
That's exactly what they needed. Yeah, exactly like what you just said there, Dallas. Only one person surviving, but you know what? We're going to take it if we're Cloud9. They need to get the ball rolling. They do recover the op, so some silver lining on top of the fact that they won the round. But moving into this next round, they're still in the same situation here. If they get eco reset as we move towards the end of their CT campaign, well, they're going to have not one good buy under their belt.
Yeah, it'd be real tough to lose this round. You can't go through the entire half without getting consecutive rounds other than your pistol +1. That would be too much. However, the money for Fnatic is a little bit hit or miss. You've got players that are sub 1,000, but you got some players that are above 9,000. So there's plenty of cash on board. That is a hell of a smoke. Landing over towards the arch side. It is going to be a fast play, a rush B strategy coming in. Zelsis is underneath them. They're quick in. Zelsis has the first, but he falls to Broland's Mac 10. Or sorry, that was Twist's AK. Broland got it against Flusha. The mollies come in and choke off. In fact, everything's on fire in the market. There's more fire. It's immolated at this point. Where do you hide? They take tons of chip damage. It's a 3-on-3, but everybody's walking wounded. This Molotov, in response, is forced out of smoke. It didn't extinguish the whole thing. JW burn out, and the retake's looking good for Cloud9. Exist now needs to redeem from the last round, but Automatic dials it in right between the eyes, and Cloud9 stopped the rush.
What a round out of Cloud9 there. What a hectic round on top of that there. Fnatic, I love the fact that they changed up the pace, deciding that, you know what, we've taken it slow, we've taken it methodical, let's go for that quick B rush. They're going to do the smokes from spawn, that get right smoke that the crowd so loved, make their way into the site. Those Molotovs in market, we started getting a little bit nervous there.
Yeah.
But some great shooting out of Cloud9 is going to allow them now to get their 5th on the board, but the money still hasn't set themselves up. There's only a few more rounds to play, though. If they can get a decent save, let's say they fall in this round and just kind of save those rifles, they're still okay to play out this half.
Sure. They're playing for picks. Both teams just throwing grenades at each other. Nice flashbang, but no damage dealt.
That flashbang just in the face of JW there gives Automatic the opportunity to move across connector. If that flash wasn't there, well, Fnatic would be in the man advantage situation right now.
Yeah, JW doesn't miss those. So Fnatic have set up camp at top mid right now, and like you said before, they've been mixing up their strategies. That rush B strat was something they hadn't seen, or we hadn't seen yet, and I like that Zelsis was able to stand up to the torment that was against him. Nice shot.
There it is.
JW does end up at the end of the day getting that kill in mid, and Fnatic move from top mid now down to bottom mid.
Nice kill from Rush. That is going to take the lurk out towards the A-bomb site now, but it does look like Fnatic opting to move up towards this catwalk area as Twist has made his way into connector. He's in that lurk position. JW into the window with the AWP now. Is he going to be able to find anything? Zelsis takes him down.
Man, he looked, but then went for the jump across, but now Fnatic are split. They tried to go in towards this B site. Big kill for Brolan. Zelsis does fall at this point. That bomb will make its way into the B site. Still a man advantage for Cloud9. They at least deal with the lurk from Twist there towards A. So Cloud9 have all the time in the world, Kit included, to work on this retake safely.
Flush, a great kill to start this retake off. Now all members of Cloud9 moving towards this catwalk. It's only up to Brolan now as he's in this market area. Cloud9 moving now towards the bomb. Position given away. Keoth getting the kill. And Cloud9, well, they're finding their 6th round now.
Yeah, they're a late-breaking horse, but at least they broke. They've got a couple rounds consecutive.
Yeah.
It's still a great half from Fnatic, but the momentum will be moving towards Cloud9 towards the second half. We've got one more round to go, and maybe Fnatic can have the punctuation mark on it.
It's very interesting to just see how Fnatic's playing this middle. They're pretty much getting free reign through this whole middle area. Cloud9 not really fighting for it, not really contesting it, and we're seeing Fnatic open up the map, starting always with this middle, this catwalk pick, and Cloud9 now finally putting a halt to it there, as these last few rounds have been some great retakes.
I like this. A lot of utility for both teams right now. Fnatic used the first salvo to get into mid, but we've seen this before. Fnatic are just playing for picks. They are spread thin. The trade opportunities are seldom there. Oh, got Automatic that was searching. Actually tags Brolan. It may have been a leg, but it may have also hit high center, but passed through some concrete first.
Look at Rush's position right now. Peeks his head out, able to pick up the first kill of the round onto Crims. Cloud9 now in this man advantage situation, as we are seeing Fnatic boost JW into window.
Let's see if he learns his lesson. Last time Zelsis won that fight. This time Automatic is responsible for this. But oh no, JW's actually pushed through. He peeks in and then he peeks right back out. So they have the CT split defensively, but they are losing the fights. JW now bursts and he picks up a weapon he's so familiar with. How much can he do with this now as Fnatic start to coalesce themselves and push towards catwalk? Zelsis, always in the right place in the right time so far, now stands towards get right.
The unfortunate part is, though, pretty sure Cloud9 at this point know what's happening is if they have the player push towards T-spawn. Zelsis picking up one, Flusha coming in and chiming in with the second there, and it's all on JW. 14 HP, AWP in hand, and he's going to turn, and that timing's going to bite him, I feel like.
Oh, he's turning and looking every direction. He knows that he's in a really thin real estate. He fires. He misses. Kyoshima takes him. Is that from the A site through the box?
Yeah, he wall-banged him through the box.
Oh, sure. He knew what he was up against. They knew they had dropped the op. They knew JW was a force to be reckoned with. Just skirmish at him and see if you could take him. They do. So they win out the half, and they make it 7-8. Still behind, but this pistol round's going to be the real decider.
Yeah, great little finish out of the half from Cloud9. I like the fact that they, essentially had their head on their shoulders in regards to how they were going to play that middle area, giving it up, just watching the window boost, playing passively towards that B bomb site, aggressively towards the A area. Well, it's going to get them that 8-7 scoreline, which looked like it was going to be a lot worse, judging by that timeline.
Yeah,
right there.
You see those bomb plants and diffuses that were there. There was consistency in Fnatic towards the latter parts of that half. They just didn't win. There was oftentimes it was 3v3, and they had a great opportunity to hold on, but the retakes just finally got there.
Yeah, it kind of looked like Fnatic was going to run away with it. 8-3 was the scoreline before Cloud9 started picking up their rounds, and you know what? Fnatic not really having an answer for the way Cloud9 was playing their CT side.
Yeah, yesterday when it was against Complexity, Fnatic was doing really well with their individual plays. There were rounds that were absolutely owned by JW, Brolan, and you don't see that this time. Cloud9 has the answer, and you're going to need to play with teamwork against Cloud9. There's no single stand-up performance.
I can agree with that. Well, it does look like the second half will be going underway momentarily here, as it is 8-7 in favor of Fnatic right now, and Cloud9, can they do it? Can they keep this train rolling?
Right. Yeah, and that crowd's starting to fill out a little bit, too. Everybody's starting to wake up. Everybody's got their coffee in play, and so we are into the second half.
And it does look like Flush is going to have the utility on his back, looking at Brawlin, who's got the smoke kit on his. And Maybe a little bit of a mid fake and just an A burst here. Nice little jungle smoke coming out from Flusha right now. And there it is.
It's a nice, that's going to be the jungle side of things. So Crims doing his best. He's going to start to get angled on. And now Brolin would be wise to just chill out. He actually pairs up with JW to get that first kill. They've got a crossfire set up regardless. They just push ahead of that smoke that soon will fade. And Fnatic owns the man advantage, and the bomb is out in the open. No cover around it. It's going to come up to some big kills, and Automatic's got one. They've got two more from Flusha. It's only Exist, and he's wounded, and they will absolutely overwhelm him. A massive disadvantage turned right back on its head. We don't need to plant bombs here.
No. I really like that smoke Flusha throws, blocking off that jungle area there. We're going to see the fast burst come out from Cloud9 as they swarm into the site. It actually looked like they were at a disadvantage for a little bit there, but some great shooting out of Flusha is going to net Cloud9 that tie game point.
It's 5 rounds in a row now for Cloud9. That smoke's not nearly as impressive. I heard the crowd starting to go like, oh, here's another smoke. No, it's just
standard window right now.
Standard one. Scout in play for JW. See how it ends up playing out. Oh, great.
There it is. First kill of the round now, going the way of Rush.
They need the response kill. Straight up.
I mean, at this point, if I'm Fnatic, I just want to stay grouped up. Maybe put JW towards that ticket booth with a scout, put those 3 USPs in an area where they can just set up a big crossfire. Maybe you get 1 or 2, but there's not really much chance for Fnatic to really pick this round up.
Yep, Cloud9 are respecting it too. They don't really know what they're up against right now. The scout hasn't fired off quite yet, and JW's lethal enough that he can absolutely pinpoint you. And they're going to be running towards this B site, it looks like. Yes. That's going to be Twist and Crims defending. It is, of course, just USPs, but at least they have the bulk of the defense in the right position.
Zelsis now leading the charge into this B bomb site. He actually gets both those Fnatic players rotating, so that's an open B bomb site for Cloud9 to head into. As Automatic takes down Twist, the bomb goes down, and Automatic finds himself a second.
Zelsis pushes ahead, and we'll just clean up. There's the scout down, and I don't know what kind of call was made. Maybe it was just a gamble call, but Brolin was up in Palace.
Yeah.
Maybe he's out. I may have heard something. I'm not sure, but it ends up perfect timing for Cloud9, and they will dismantle that eco round for Fnatic. Only the scout purchased, so it was all too easy, especially when the defenders have shifted and moved out of home.
All right, and as we move into this first gun round here, it's going to be interesting to see what JW decides to buy. Most likely a scout with a little bit of utility under his belt here, as he ended up buying in that previous round. And looking at it, no, he's actually going to get a UMP instead. So the op's going to be on the back of Twist here. Cloud9 keeping that UMP, keeping that MAC-10. I imagine they're looking for something a little bit more fast.
2-1-2 defense initially starts to shift. Twist was window and then rotates back out towards the A site. Currently mid is abandoned by Fnatic. And Cloud9 knowing that this is where the guns are going to arrive. And this is where they need to not make any mistakes. They can't give Fnatic another streak like they did in the first half. But they're the pace setters. They're the T side. They've got all the utility in the world. And Fnatic can't really take any gambles here. If they were to throw their smokes to delay on the timing this early, they wouldn't be in a position to retake. There's no kits.
All right, that window smoke coming out now means that we will see some of Cloud9 moving out towards this middle area as we have Keo creating this pressure towards upper B. A little bit of a chip nade. Not doing too much damage though, or none at all, I should say.
Oh, it's a stinger. He'll back out of that one.
You know what? In the time of all that, Cloud9's made their way towards this connector. 2 players moving into it, as it does look like they're favoring that A bomb site for the late round.
Yeah, Keo's gone back to get the bomb. Of course, he's the one that took that headshot in the B apartments. I believe it was audibly heard. I think Exist was close enough to be able to hear that.
Look
ding.
at that.
Oh, he pushes ahead.
Yeah, JW with some great aggression, great info. You're seeing Crims rotate over right now as well as Exist. Fnatic set up for this A hit.
It's 20 seconds.
They got to get going.
This is going to be a disaster, I think, for Cloud9. They need these entry kills, but there's going to be so many of them with this information gained. They push in through connector. They push in through A main. There's more bodies here. The party's not supposed to be this big. Finally, the first one's been drawn, and they take the first 2, but Crims still stands. You've got a player inside. It's Broland. It's all for naught. The bomb's down and out, and, they'll clock him. They clocked automatic at the end of that round. Nice patience from JW there. No money for you, automatic.
Yeah, it's a rough one for automatic right now. And Cloud9, well, their money isn't looking too good here. We are going to see Rush by, or sorry, save what he had in the previous round here. Just pick up a couple nades to compensate. Does look like Cloud9 did take that pause in efforts to just figure out what they want to do. They can buy here. Zelsis can grab himself an AK. But are they going to do that?
I mean, that push late into the apartments from JW, I mean, he saw the blood on the wall, and he just followed that blood trail. Went straight back, said, there's no way it's B. There's only 20 seconds left on the clock. They can't hit this in time. Everybody go A. And at that point, it was 9 players at the A site.
I'd like to commend that call. That was just the simple fact that JW said, you know what, I'm going to re-aggress. This got a little too quiet towards the B tunnels, and he's rewarded for it. He's able to get that information call, tell his teammates to rotate over like you said. And Fnatic, well, off the back of that little lurk play from Brawlin, able to clutch the round out.
And the clock at the end there. I mean, he just stared at him at the end of the round, said, wait for that expire. How you doing?
Thank you for that, DJ.
That's Prius, yeah.
Thank you for that, DJ.
You guys follow Prius on Twitter. Best observer in it.
Alrighty, Fnatic. Not getting too aggressive on this round here. Nice little nade. Doing a little bit of damage there to the Cloud9 members, but they are going to move very quickly towards Catwalk.
Oh, they're running straight ahead of that smoke, but Exist is ready to receive. He'll take all 3. Cloud9 instantly laid low. There's not much more they could do. You can see already Fnatic are starting to shift and rotate again. Cloud9 never seem to have the numbers, especially when Exist is fully automatic on the other side of the smoke. The bomb is at least planted, little extra cash in play for them in the next round, and I like that Fnatic just break stride, take your time. Man, all day and a half for automatic to hit that shot and look for the next. They both hunker in behind the bench. They get one. It's going to need a miracle. JW fires that one through the bench, piercing with a little bit extra concrete, and Fnatic retake the lead.
So Cloud9 in that round, they decided they wanted to go for that cat split. A very quick cat split where they forced the smoke, but the thing that triggered me in my mind was while they were going towards cat, I would have liked to seen somebody maybe throw a pop flash towards that smoke just before they went through, just in case somebody was on the edge of it playing. And who was on the edge of it? Well, it was Exist. Simply sprays them down. A pop flash would have given them the advantage in that situation, but instead the lack of one is going to bite them on the round.
Well, I think it was almost even false hopes as well, because the first player for Cloud9 had actually gotten past that smoke and was at ladder and said, I'm across it, let's go.
But that's what I mean, right? They essentially said, you know what, we're basically counting on you to beat the smoke and get into his face. A pop flash probably would have solved all the issues there.
Sure. So Fnatic owning the lead and looking to extend that a little bit as well. It's a little flashbang in. JW's forced back, and it looks like Crim's now looking to stack up a couple extra bodies himself, unless Exist on Catwalk can take him away from him. No casualties of war yet for Fnatic. There's a dink in play, but it's not going to be enough. Only Kiyoshima's left, and he's disconnected from the bomb. So a healthy round for Fnatic. They stat the pads, and they stat the wall, or pad the wallet as well.
Yeah, not a bad round out of them here. And as we move into this next gun round out of Cloud9, well, are they going to take it towards that middle area again? They found some good success. They're able to take control, but they just need to watch that clock if they're going to take the round slow. We can't have another 20-second round. That's when angles don't get checked. That's when people are, just very quickly moving into bomb sites. And that's what Cloud9 needs to avoid here if they want to find success.
So I think I misspoke. It's pad the stats, not stat the pads.
Hey, man.
It's a big deal for me.
You say what makes you happy, and I'll support you no matter what.
I'm so happy that you're behind me the whole way.
Always behind you, bro. I got your back.
So here we go.
Look at this aggression again from JW. The call has been made.
The last time he made this aggression, it was with a UMP. It was expendable. This time, though, it's with an AWP.
You know what? High risk, high reward. He just shut down the entire B tunnels here, Dallas. And all he's got to do now is hold an angle. He makes the call to his team. Look at this. The rotation's coming over. Unfortunately, I feel like this is a little bit premature as the round has just started and they're already beginning to stack the A-bomb.
False intel. But does Cloud9 walk away from it? Of course, only we know.
Lower.
It looks like it's going to be an A hit. I mean, Zelsis does play lurk for their T side, but maybe he's actually a key part of this aggression towards A. He's towards A main. It's going to be a massive pop in through connector, it looks like. And it looks like Fnatic have pushed everybody into the right spot. It's the first kill for Crims, and Twist is starting to get his bell rung a little bit with some HEs that pop in, but everybody's in the right spot. Dude, Fnatic's all over this. 30 seconds on the clock. This is looking very similar to the way it was before, again from JW's information.
And now we have all 5 members of Fnatic leaning towards this A site.
Cloud9 got to run. They got to run in there. Oh, they get caught with a grenade out. The bomb's down on the A site. Fnatic are just in the right place at the right time. All day, only Rush left. They make it look so easy. There was no hope on that round.
No, by the time they started moving into the bomb site, there was only 20 seconds left on the clock, Dallas. Really, you're hard-pressed to do much there, right?
Yeah.
On top of the fact that JW made that gamble stack call towards the A bomb site, and it rewards them, Cloud9 have to run into 5 members of Fnatic if they wanted to penetrate that bomb site.
Right. I mean, that's tough. Oftentimes, I mean, when you're T side, it's A. A is much easier to get into. So JW poking into the B apartment saying, I haven't seen anything here. We could just gamble this. It wasn't necessary. Oh, he'll burn for his sins. But that's, you know funny. What? Totally worth it.
Yeah, Crims. The Molotov comes down. He's like, you know what? I'm going to get ready to re-smoke it since no one's pushing. Keel's like, you know what? I'm going to sit in this for a little bit. Let's go ahead and get this first kill. And it was a nice deagle kill, in fact.
Automatic looks for the next one as well. Flashbang in. Takes multiple fights, but Exist will broadside him. And Cloud9 just looking for a couple picks. They've got that first to open up. They'll recover the bomb out at a T-spawn and shift towards, I don't know, looks like he's running in circles back there.
Yeah, we'll probably just see him come out halls, maybe drop into the site very quickly, check under balcony, go for that bomb plant, but I don't think he's going to be able to make it unless Rush makes something happen with that off. And
he's off the mark.
The opportunity was there.
It was. The deagle is still in play. But JW locks it up. 13-9. The streak was ended, and then Fnatic put a streak of their own up onto the board.
Rush got a little bit of breathing room there, and it got really scary because if he takes out that under balcony guy now, he can start moving on towards that bomb site. The Halls guy can start jiggling, playing it a little bit more passive, get some information. But unfortunately, Rush unable to do so, and Fnatic onto 13 now. The double op setup, an AUG, AK, and M4. Plenty of utility as well for the CTs. But it's automatic to get the first kill.
Oh, maybe the second one. A grace of a second shot goes beyond him. Aggression from Fnatic this time. They're actually aggressed through A main. They're aggressed in the tunnels. They had taken that window peek early as well. This is a different strategy, and so far Cloud9 have dealt with it accordingly. Yeah, two-man advantage, something that Cloud9 haven't really seen yet. They're going to get a third one for free as well. Twist sold his position, running around through the underpass. At least a kill comes back. It's still possible for Fnatic, but is this where Cloud9 comes back into it?
Yeah, I really don't see Fnatic picking up this round. We do have a player flanking through T-spawn now, but it's too little too late here as the bomb has moved its way into the B bomb site here. I do imagine Fnatic will just look for exits. But you know what? That's some great opping from Automatic to make this round happen.
Yeah, it's interesting that Fnatic changed up their strategy. Sometimes if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yep.
But Fnatic, I think they looked at their bank accounts and said, okay, we have an expendable round. Let's try and do something that Cloud9 haven't seen yet. Let's pull something out of the sleeve.
A little bit of timing here, maybe. Oh, he's able to pick up the kill onto 12 HP. Covers that AWP, and he's trying to hightail it out of dodge here, Dallas.
Yeah, this will...
Ooh!
Wow. Big kill. I mean, great intelligence, too, to check his angles. Cloud9, I mean, the bomb was 3/4 of the way through the cycle. Maybe Broland suspects, oh, there might still be towards the site. But no, they were hunting him, and he wisely fought his way through that. Cloud9 get around, cannot afford to get an eco reset here. This would be really disastrous.
Yeah.
Because it's 14 and likely 15, and you'd be into a weaker last round buy.
Yeah, 100%.
The utility would suffer. Got to come out healthy right now for Cloud9.
Looking at this buy here that Cloud9 is going to be running at AWP on the back of Automatic. 5 AKs across the field. No Kriegs actually coming out from the Cloud9 team.
No. A one.
Standard A hit maybe? Or just a pop flash to get them out?
There's the Molly burning there. Another grenade comes in, bursts. That Rush flirts with fire. Roland pulls up the rifle, shoulders it, turns, but Rush will backhand him. He is taken down in trade, and here comes the Cavalry. Fnatic streaming off of that B site, and Crims right now is the solo defender right now, spraying across. Fnatic took a little bit of a gamble towards the B site, I feel, and Cloud9 sprung the trap at the perfect time.
Fortunately for Cloud9, though, they only have 2 Molotovs left, no smoke grenades. So once those smokes fade, we're going to see the angles open up for the Fnatic side.
Well, Zelsis is advanced right now, and he's going to take this pop flash through the smoke. Actually, just a little pre-fire for the flashbang. Tags Twist. The Molotov will burn JW. He's got nowhere to go. He pulls the smoke out. Zelsis trades it. 2 on 3, actually. Fnatic come right back into this with 2 kills from Crims. Smoke is on the bomb. Automatic is in the neighborhood. And Flusha seems to be doing all the legwork over the shoulder of Automatic. Says, even though you got the scope, I can see wide and far. 2 rounds for Cloud9. It wasn't healthy, but again, Cloud9 in the first half were scraping rounds. That's all that matters at the end of the day.
It started looking scary when Crims took down Keo towards the middle on the lurk there. As soon as he takes him down now, Fnatic only needs to worry about the bomb site. That smoke cuts off that op angle, but you know what? It's just the smoke. Flusha doesn't mind. He's going to pick up 3 to clutch that one out.
Yeah, the time was getting to be a problem, too, for Fnatic. So if somebody was going to get on that bomb, it would be in the smoke, maybe. Fighting his lungs to cut the right wires. 11-13. Cloud9 clawing their way back. I think Fnatic just need to step back and do what was working so well.
Yeah, similar to what happened on the last half. Cloud9 with a slow start, Fnatic, on the cusp of snowballing into a victory. And now Cloud9 crawling their way back into this one.
So it's just pistols for Fnatic right now. They've got some Deagles in play, 3 of them. I think JW thought maybe it was coming from below. Flusha being further away from the corner. JW's shoulder poked out first. It's taken out. And they will work as one unit. Zelsis, again, the lurk is just making sure that nobody's working on the flank.
What an angle. He's kind of in the open here, but he's not really in the open. He's got to only worry about one thing, and now this is more of a safer angle. This is a good call from Zelsis.
That's with a pistol at that range, that's a good luck.
Exactly.
Good, especially a CZ. Good luck hitting that one twice.
Fnatic now stacked towards this B bomb site off the call made by their teammate Exists with a great Deagle kill to start this one off onto Flusha. Rush quickly trades it out, and B site will keep being pressured here. Nope, audible has been called. They're moving on to A.
Yeah, and straight into the heart of the A site. Brolan was pushing towards T spawn, so I think Zelsis is going to end up cleaning this angle back up.
Oh, they just missed each other. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, well now Brolan has almost nowhere to run. And they don't have to deal with him immediately. There's nowhere for him to go. One surviving, that's Twist. He's able to recover that AK from Flusha, who got one deagged on Catwalk. But Cloud9 recognizing after that first kill that there's a couple extra bodies in there with Deagles, and they don't even want to risk that. I don't think Cloud9's money is even good enough right now to hunt. Just let them have this AK.
Exactly.
I do not like this right now. Zelsis is getting too close.
I mean, regardless, Fnatic are going to be buying up into next round. Yeah, there's no need to, burn your economy right now. Zelsis should be saving.
Got him anyways.
He gets him anyways.
We'll see if there's any opportunities from Twist that, the M4, if it was an AK, it would have gotten the kill.
Yeah, definitely. Crowd's getting more and more awake as this match progresses. You love to see it.
Yeah, this is a fantastic matchup between these two teams. A rematch from yesterday as well.
Yeah.
So it's, they played on Overpass before. Cloud9 ended up taking that W, and now they come back into it. Standard smokes out. Cloud9 looking to sink their teeth over towards A. Could be another standard hit. We've seen a couple dry peeks from Cloud9 out here before. Just a flashbang or two is all that's needed. Footsteps are heard up top, so the Molotov will come and push Flusha and make sure he can't arrive with his teammates at the same time. Lives are saved. Rush the saving grace on this one as they enter into the site, but they're really doing all the legwork just on entries. Like I said, they've done this drive before, and they're only really using flashbangs to make this easy. Exists a last man standing. Cloud9 just get it done with brute force.
Yeah, basically just force their way out that ramp and into the bomb site. Some great trading going on. Rush again starting off the round with a phenomenal entry kill there and then pushing towards spawn with that flashbang. I mean, that round was Cloud9's from the get-go.
Well, we've seen Fnatic. If the rounds play out slow, Fnatic seem to have the edge for their CT side.
I think when Cloud9 do the execute and kind of give away what's happening in the round, yeah, it triggers into the Fnatic mind, this is how we need to play it. But let's just wait on Flusha now, whose spots exist.
I like this. He just let him simmer in here a bit.
Let everybody more nervous.
Well, I mean, that gives him an opportunity to survive. Oh, the bomb detonates. Oh, the smoke comes in. What?
No!
Oh, the HE got him. The end of the day. They just pour everything into the rabbit hole. And it's 13-all, no survivors. Fnatic economy stung a bit. But like what I was saying earlier, if you give Fnatic on their CT side enough time to say, you know what, now the clock's in our favor. Now we can afford to have some information gained.
Okay.
Typically, what I'm thinking of is JW poking his head into the apartments. You can end up like losing the initiative. You lose the element of surprise. So Cloud9, if they keep this pace up, they expect a handful more rounds. Nice shot.
Rush going to be forced to play a little bit more passively right now. Exists down to 24 HP, and Cloud9 heading up that catwalk very quickly. Well, Crims has a little bit of an angle here.
He does, but you know the information is known again because Broland, no, sorry, it was JW pushed ahead. This time he pushes through A main, finds the information, and you see everybody from Fnatic shifting.
Is Crims able to find one towards this middle area right now?
This could be a successful eco-round.
Well, they all have, at least 3 of them have armor on their backs, right? So at the end of the day, they're going to have no aim punch worries. Cloud9, if they don't take this properly here, I'd like to see flashbangs. I'd like to see Molotovs to ensure that certain angles, certain crossfires can't be done.
They've actually burned through quite a bit of their utility already, only against some pistols and a scout.
Very slow round out of Cloud9 here as we pass the 45-second mark on the round. A little bit of spamming going on from Keo. But they will need to start pressuring your site, or we could see them punished for that.
Well, JW's still chilling back towards T-spawn in the palace side
30
of things.
seconds.
He fired and saw that the cavalry's coming, so they are making their way through T-spawn. JW will fall back into the A site, but still?
Whoa, I'm not sure about this call coming out from JW here. Maybe he said, hey, that guy spotted me. He was just a lurk. Everybody go B, but now they're going to be bit for it. As Zelsis comes out towards the ramp, it's only JW to defend this bomb site.
The timing's there. JW could win this. He gets laid out. Zelsis tries to help out the opponents. The bomb needs to get planted. It does. One weapon is recovered. It is quickly dropped. Twist will end up falling for that, and it is a chance. It's still very early on in this bomb cycle, and they've got a weapon to be able to steal over here. I believe it's near jungle. It's an AK. Broland's got this, and he's got armor. They need the kills quickly, though, and they need to be able to find these positions. Headshot there for Zelsis. He turns back, but Broland with the AK tags him out. He'll be sidelined for this round. Automatic catches one in the wing. 2-on-2. Bombs tick too far. This round goes away at Cloud9, but how expensive is it going to get?
Nice little consolation frag there. But Cloud9 are going to get the 14th round, so you know they're happy. They've crawled their way back, Dallas. They've taken the lead now since the first few rounds of this game, I should say. And now they're 2 away from victory and moving on.
Scraping rounds. Every round just seems to be a bloodbath for Cloud9. I mean, whatever. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. It's going to be a scoreline that is either a W or an L.
And even if it is a bloodbath, like you're saying, even if it is chaotic, even if they are going down to the final 2 members, they are on T side, so it affects them a little bit less in terms of the gun pricing, the utility pricing, so they're definitely taking advantage of that. They're rolling with it very well, and they are 2 rounds away from eliminating Fnatic.
This is an excellent match so far. I mean, we've seen a dominant first half from Fnatic. Then we got this back and forth streakiness going on, and then towards the end it starts to get a little bit chopped up. And it's Cloud9 that currently hold on to the lead, but only just.
I'd like to see maybe a little bit of change of pace from Fnatic. I know it is very risky to do that at this point in the game. 14-13 is our scoreline right now as we move towards the end of regulation.
This is nuts. There's the first shot for JW. We'll take out Flusha. Aggression into A main. We've seen this before from Fnatic. Usually this was paired up with aggression on all fronts. Zelsis gets the return frag. Rush goes out of the palace straight down to help out his A main team. They will actually abandon this idea, and that will put a huge question mark over Fnatic as to where they are, because there's still smokes you see on this A site.
Yeah, this is a great audible call, realizing that the bomb has been called. They've gotten 2 entries in A, so they're going to have to force 2 rotations over. Moving back towards B now, they are going to be caught as Exist has aggressed his way up towards this middle area, but he actually chooses the tight angle, and Cloud9 walk right by him into that B apartments.
Okay, the defense splits for Fnatic. They are literally all over the place. It's going to come down to individual effort that we were talking about, happened yesterday against Complexity. And right now they're heading towards, it seems, Twist's op.
Are they going to have a smoke for Marketplace, or are they just going to smoke off maybe Get Right, execute out with a pop flash possibly? But either way, Twist is in a great position to find one, and he does exactly that.
Okay, and he's going to push ahead. Molly's the site. Celsius won't be able to plant this one until he smokes it out. It'll be planted for Catwalk, but the numbers advantage goes to Fnatic. He spots him, but the bomb does go down. It's Kiyoshima 1v3. The tides have turned from a scattered Fnatic defense now to a seldom Kiyoshima. All by himself, but he's not alone.
I think, so Kyo got spotted. The call was made that Kyo's in the halls, but that Molotov now forcing him out. He's able to find one here. The defuse has begun, Dallas.
But he's off the mark. He tags JW, but he will be able to get to the defuse. It looks like he will fall for his efforts as well. It is a tie ball game. We are going to 30 rounds regardless, but who gets that 15th and can just breathe a sigh of relief?
Not only that, but if Cloud9, let's say, pick up that, they effectively reset the economy of Fnatic and have the advantage going into the final round. Listen to this crowd. I think it's pretty obvious who they want to take this round.
Exactly so. They feel up against the ropes. Cloud9 was able to close the first half with a streak of their own. It's all coming down to this. Ooh. We've seen this smoke before. This one's just a little bit right of what it was, but still the same effect. Smoke into the B site, and how does Fnatic react? The utility is about the same. JW holds on to the most of it. Oh, and he jumps into the Molotov, but he says, you know what? I've earned this right. It is traded out. Twist will fall for this one, and Brolan flirting with the idea of peeking A main. Fnatic, when their CT side is lightly pressured, they seem to have the edge.
Automatic leading the charge here. Is he going to clear this angle? No, just unscoping, and Roland will take advantage. Find Celsius as well here, Dallas. And Cloud9 find themselves in a 2-on-4 with a minute on the clock.
Tough spot. That minute will elapse. They at least have the bomb on their back, so the defense is still split for Fnatic. But that kill now shows the bomb, and Kiyoshima is completely separated from this one. 1v4. Looks like Fnatic will take that 15th round, barring a miracle. Cloud to Kyo's favor, but it's not enough. Not enough energy. We go to 30th round, and Fnatic are at the precipice of victory.
What is Cloud9's buy going to be?
Yeah, that's exactly.
That's what you were thinking, too?
I was going to ask that same question.
Look at us. We're aligned, man. Our minds are on the same point right now.
Ooh, the Tech 9 hits the field. I don't think I've seen that this event.
This is a rough buy out of Cloud9 to stay afloat in this matchup. Nice smoke towards window. JW not seeing any action towards that area. Ooh, just misses the timing on that 8-op shot. It does look like Cloud9 moving very quickly towards connector.
There's that Tech 9. It's stopped by the Molotov that's there beyond the smoke. Fires through that one. And it does push JW back a bit. They'll jump across the Sawhorse, 1-for-1 trade, and they make their way towards the A site, but still planting this bomb is going to be difficult. So the other side is triple box. Brolan wraps it, spots the first, but does not stop the bomb plant. There's a kill. That's going to be a big rifle in play. Celsius was able to do a huge clutch earlier. That smoke lands a triple box, but you'll still be able to see a diffuser if he manages to go for that one. JW hits him in the kidneys. A second smoke comes down. Kiyoshima has the automatic weapon, and he's on the bomb right now. I don't even know if they know this. No. They'll spray across, and they'll defuse it. 16-14 is how it ends. There just weren't enough bodies in play for Cloud9 there towards the end.
2 smoke diffuses in the last few rounds for the C9 or for the Fnatic side there to find them the victory. 16-14 is what we hit, Dallas. A tremendous effort from Cloud9. Unfortunately, towards the end, though, they weren't able to pull it back. They crawled all the way. They were about to stand up, and they fell down back to their knees.
I mean, they scraped a couple rounds here and there. That's how they were getting by. But if you look back on that match, I don't see any one fault that Cloud9 was like, oh, you know what, that round got away from us.
I will point out the one fault.
Was it?
I'm going to call it and say that one round that they could have pop flashed through the smoke on the catwalk where Exist gets that 3K, very easy 3K. I think that whole thing could have been avoided if they just had that one pop flash, because that pop flash essentially would have just maybe told them that, oh, they're flashing cat to go up connector, or maybe they're just flashing cat to keep anybody at bay. So I was really sad about that round. I thought that could have gone their way with just one flash.
I don't think that was a full rifle round anyways. Was it?
It was.
Ouch, running into Exist. 3K on catwalk may have been the deciding factor is what you say, but there was still a great match regardless. But that actually concludes Group A.
Yeah.
And then Group A moves into the bracket stage at this point.
Cool.
Right? Cool. All right. So the analysts have more to say about this match and what's upcoming. So why don't you guys take it away?
That one hurts.
That one definitely does sting because it looked like Fnatic was going to dominate the game on a couple of different occasions. I mean, they were up 8-3 at one point. They were up 13-9, so it looked like they were just going to put Cloud9 away. But that little run that Cloud9 had really, I think, kind of inspired the crowd, inspired themselves. I thought that they were going to be able to maybe chip away at Fnatic and get back to where they needed to be. But in the end, Fnatic able to shut it down.
I think most of it is just this Cloud9 team needs a little bit more time together. They had really slow starts to both halves. Like they just that run that Fnatic had right in the middle of that first half,